Have you ever wondered what it's truly like to live alone as an older man? Many dream of solitude, but the reality can be much more complex than we expect. In today's video, we're diving deep into the unspoken challenges and insights of living alone in your later years. Whether you're considering this lifestyle for yourself or simply curious about what it entails, this discussion is essential. As we explore the struggles of loneliness, home maintenance, and the importance of having a support system, you'll discover practical tips and personal stories that resonate with anyone facing the realities of aging alone. You'll learn why keeping in touch with friends is crucial and how to maintain your physical and mental well-being in solitude. Plus, we'll discuss effective strategies to ensure your safety and health in a world that often forgets the needs of seniors. So stick around. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the unique challenges of living alone, but also gain valuable insights that can help you or someone you care about navigate this journey with confidence and resilience. Don't miss out on these vital life lessons. Let's get started. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Many of the single men I know harbor an underlying fear of falling or encountering unexpected mishaps in their homes, leading them to keep their phones within arm's reach wherever they wander in their houses. This constant vigilance reflects a deeper anxiety about safety, especially for those living alone. Honestly, I can't blame them. It's an instinct to want to stay connected, particularly as we age. For seniors, this practice takes on even more significance. In the United States, for instance, systems like Life Alert provide a reassuring layer of security. Imagine having a simple device around your neck that, with just the push of a button, connects you instantly to emergency assistance. It's an ingenious solution that can transform a moment of panic into one of safety and security. Sadly, this kind of service isn't available here in the Philippines, leaving many of us feeling vulnerable and somewhat isolated in our homes. Living in a densely populated area, you might assume that help is just a shout away, but that's not always the case. In my experience, the cell phone service here is notoriously unreliable, and the internet connection can be a gamble at times. There have been countless moments when I've reached for my phone during a critical situation, only to find that I have no signal, or worse, no service at all. The thought of needing assistance and being unable to reach out can be a terrifying prospect. This realization has prompted me to develop some alternative safety measures that offer me a sense of security in my own home. During my time living in Utah, I often ventured into remote canyons for hiking, far removed from civilization. The beauty of nature was breathtaking, but it also came with risks. To prepare for emergencies during those solo adventures, I purchased a whistle that I wore on a bright lanyard around my neck. This wasn't just any whistle. It was marketed as the world's loudest whistle, and it certainly lived up to its name. I can still vividly recall the brilliant orange color against the backdrop of the earthy trails, making it impossible to lose. If I ever found myself in a precarious situation, I had a reliable means of signaling for help. Nowadays, these whistles are readily available online, including on platforms like Amazon, so acquiring one is easier than ever. Now, just picture this. If you were to fall in your home or face an emergency, having that whistle could be a literal lifesaver. You could blow on it with all your might, and the piercing sound would travel far enough for your neighbors to hear, alerting them that you need assistance. I think this is such a practical and effective strategy. It's essential to communicate this to your neighbors ahead of time. You could say, if you ever hear a whistle coming from my direction, please know that I'm in distress and need your help. This proactive approach not only cultivates a sense of community but also fosters a network of support that can be invaluable in times of need. Moreover, it might be wise to consider hiding a spare key outside your home or confiding in a trusted friend about its location. This way, if an emergency arises and you're unable to answer the door, Your friend can enter without having to break a window or cause any damage to your property. A little planning can go a long way in ensuring your safety and peace of mind. These small precautions, while seemingly simple, can provide a tremendous sense of security, allowing you to navigate the complexities of life with a bit more confidence and assurance. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. In a world where we often feel disconnected, taking these steps not only safeguards our physical well-being but also nurtures our emotional health. Knowing that we have a plan in place and that we're not entirely alone can help alleviate some of the fear that comes with living independently. Life can be unpredictable, but with a bit of foresight and community support, we can create a safety net that empowers us to live with greater freedom and less anxiety. Loneliness is a profound and often invisible struggle that can weigh heavily on a person's heart, silently festering even in those who initially embrace solitude. It's an especially difficult reality for men who once declared that they thrived on being alone. You know the type, the ones who boldly proclaim, "Oh, I love being alone. I'm thrilled to finally have some peace after years of living with my wife and kids. Now that I'm on my own, I couldn't be happier." For a time, their words might ring true, and solitude can indeed feel liberating, offering a welcome escape from the complexities of family life. Yet, as the days into weeks and months, that initial joy can morph into something darker. When I engage in heartfelt conversations with single expats who have lived alone for several years, many of them reveal a deeply unsettling truth. Days, sometimes even weeks, can go by without a single meaningful interaction with another human being. Imagine that silence filling the space around them. It envelopes them like a thick fog, gradually pulling them into a chasm of isolation that seems impossible to escape. Each day blurs into the next, and with it, the vibrant spark of human connection dims, leading to profound feelings of loneliness and, in some cases, even depression. The emotional toll is staggering. It's not just the absence of conversation that weighs heavily on their hearts. It's the realization that they are navigating life's journey entirely alone, devoid of companionship and the comforting warmth of shared experiences. The initial pride and independence can give way to an overwhelming sense of desolation, making them question their choices and the paths that led them to this moment of solitude. This is not the only struggle these individuals face. Another daunting challenge emerges in the realm of home maintenance, which can transform from a mundane task into a monumental burden. Many retired men, especially those who opted to remain in their home countries, live in houses that they once proudly maintained. These homes are often a reflection of their life's work, filled with memories and personal touches that tell the story of their journey. There was a time when these men would confidently climb ladders to clean gutters, patch up walls, or tackle minor repairs without a second thought. But as the years pass, age catches up with them, and what was once a straightforward chore now looms large, fraught with potential hazards. I've heard far too many stories of older men suffering injuries while trying to complete tasks they once approached with ease. Climbing onto the roof to clear leaves or fixing a leaky faucet becomes a risky endeavor, fraught with danger. As a result, once well-kept homes begin to show signs of wear and neglect. This decline is not merely physical. It symbolizes a loss of control over one's environment, and with it, a creeping sense of helplessness. For many of these older men, the burden of housework becomes an overwhelming chore that spirals out of control. It's almost as if, with each passing year, the little things, like keeping the bathroom clean or dusting the furniture, fade from their consciousness. Initially, it may be just a few unwashed dishes or a bit of dust on the shelves, but before they realize it, those minor inconveniences accumulate into a much larger problem. The once cozy home transforms into a neglected space, filled with reminders of everything left undone, and as the mess grows, so too does the emotional weight that comes with it. Older expats who live alone often fall into a pattern of neglecting their cleaning duties. Many of these men, in their advancing years, were never particularly adept at keeping a tidy home. The filth that once might have bothered them fades into the background, becoming part of the landscape of their daily lives. They grow oblivious to the fact that laundry is piling up, that dirty dishes are stacked high in the sink, and that the air carries a stale odor that is hard to ignore for anyone else. Each unwashed dish, each dust-covered surface, becomes a testament to their struggle, a visible sign of the emotional weight they bear. I'll never forget a poignant visit I made to a single 70-year-old expat a few years ago. The experience was heartbreaking and haunting. When I walked into his home, I was met with a scene that will forever remain etched in my memory. There was a mountain of dishes in his sink, stuck together in a grimy rust that suggested they had been neglected for far too long, almost as if they were relics from a shipwreck, trapped in time and forgotten by the world. His refrigerator, once a place for nourishing food, was now a sad sight, overflowing with rotten, unidentifiable remnants of meals long past. A stark reminder of neglect, it housed the spoils of a once vibrant life now reduced to decay. As I looked around, I was struck by the buckets scattered throughout the house, desperately attempting to catch the rainwater pouring in from a leaking roof that had been neglected for years. It was an image of chaos and disarray, yet it told a story of a man who had once cared for his home but had become overwhelmed by life's burdens. The tragedy deepened when I learned that less than a year later, he was found dead in that same house, surrounded by the remnants of a life that had slowly slipped beyond his control. What's particularly striking about this man is that he was not living in poverty. He was a wealthy individual, residing in a beautifully appointed home in one of the nicest neighborhoods in the Philippines. His financial stability offered no protection against the insidious creep of loneliness and the relentless passage of time. It serves as a chilling reminder that even those with ample resources can find themselves suffocated by isolation and the weight of aging. His story resonates deeply, highlighting the often unseen struggles of many individuals who navigate the twilight years of their lives in silence. In witnessing these realities, I am left with a profound sense of empathy for those who find themselves caught in this web of loneliness and neglect. It's a heartbreaking journey that many undertake, and it underscores the importance of connection, community, and the shared human experience. We must recognize that behind the facade of independence lies a vulnerability that requires attention, compassion, and support from those around us. We must foster relationships and create environments where no one feels compelled to navigate the complexities of life alone. Only through connection can we hope to alleviate the weight of loneliness and bring light to the shadows that too often encroach upon the lives of our older generations. Establishing a daily routine can be an incredibly powerful source of comfort and stability for a single senior, infusing their life with a sense of peace and purpose. Just imagine the simple joy of beginning each morning with a steaming cup of coffee enjoyed on the porch. As the first rays of sunlight filter through the trees, the world awakens slowly around you. There's something truly magical about that quiet time, listening to the birds chirping, feeling the gentle breeze on your face, and appreciating the beauty of nature in all its glory. It's these little rituals that help single seniors cultivate a reason to step outside, engage with the world, and embrace each day anew. The risk of remaining indoors all day can lead to feelings of isolation, loneliness, and a gradual decline in mental and physical health. I often think of an inspiring 87-year-old Englishman I know who relocated abroad, renting a charming little house complete with a garden in the back. His passion for gardening is nothing short of remarkable. Every day, he lovingly tends to his flowers and vegetables, nurturing them as if they were his children. He takes pride in the vibrant blooms that brighten his garden and the fresh vegetables that grace his dinner table. This daily commitment not only allows him to connect with nature, but also instills in him a sense of responsibility and purpose that many may take for granted. For him, gardening is more than just a hobby. It's a source of joy, fulfillment, and a meaningful way to contribute to his well-being. Cooking, too, presents a significant challenge for many seniors, particularly expats. The allure of quick and convenient food can often lead to unhealthy eating habits. It's all too easy to fall into the pattern of relying on junk food or ordering from delivery apps like Grab. While these options may provide immediate gratification, they can quickly become a financial burden and take a toll on one's health. I believe there's a special kind of satisfaction that comes from preparing your meals. Imagine whipping up your favorite dish, filling your kitchen with delicious aromas, and taking the time to savor each bite. Cooking allows for creativity, self-expression, and, perhaps most importantly, the opportunity to nourish oneself. By preparing meals at home and saving leftovers for future enjoyment, not only can one save money, but it also fosters a sense of accomplishment and self-care. Embracing cooking as a hobby rather than viewing it as a chore can transform the kitchen into a sanctuary, a place where one can experiment, discover new flavors, and relish the art of creating something nourishing. Yet, amidst these routines, the quiet and solitude that accompany aging can be both a blessing and a profound challenge. Many older men share their desire for peace, saying things like, "I just want solitude. I don't need anyone else in my life. No wife, no girlfriend, no friends." On the surface, this sentiment may resonate with the ideal of independence and self-sufficiency. However, as time passes, the reality of such solitude can become a double-edged sword. For seniors who once thrived in lively households or fast-paced work environments, the silence they believed they yearned for can morph into a burdensome weight. What once seemed like a welcome respite can gradually evolve into an aching loneliness, a stark contrast to the vibrant lives they once led. The stillness of a quiet home can echo the absence of companionship, and those moments of solitude can feel isolating and unsettling. I have witnessed how the silence that many thought they craved becomes a haunting reminder of the vibrant connections and lively conversations that once filled their days. It's essential to recognize that while solitude can be rejuvenating, it's equally important to foster social connections, whether through friendships, community activities, or even casual conversations with neighbors. Finding that delicate balance between enjoying solitude and nurturing connections is a challenge that many seniors grapple with, requiring introspection, courage, and a willingness to reach out for support when needed. In essence, the journey of aging can be navigated with grace and purpose through the establishment of daily routines that bring joy and fulfillment. Whether it's savoring morning coffee on the porch, nurturing a garden, or finding joy in the art of cooking, these small rituals can significantly enhance the quality of life. Yet, it's equally vital to address the complexities of solitude, recognizing its dual nature and seeking to cultivate meaningful connections that enrich the heart and spirit. Through intentionality and self-awareness, seniors can craft a life that harmoniously blends solitude with the warmth of companionship, embracing each day with renewed vitality and purpose. Silence can be both a profound blessing and a haunting curse, and many individuals find themselves actively seeking to fill the quiet voids of their day. In our increasingly noisy world, where distractions are abundant, it's no wonder that many people gravitate toward the soothing sounds of podcasts or the immersive narratives of audiobooks. These auditory companions serve not only as a form of entertainment but also as a lifeline to connection, a way to feel less alone in the vastness of our thoughts. For example, I know several expats who have chosen to make the Philippines their home, and for them, the tranquil environment is a dream come true. After years spent in the hustle and bustle of city life, they finally have the opportunity to enjoy the peace they've long craved. They delight in the stillness of their surroundings, finding solace in the absence of chaos. It's heartwarming to see how they relish their solitude, finding joy in the simplicity of life without constant interruptions. Hats off to those who have carved out this niche for themselves. It's a beautiful thing to embrace the silence when it works for you, transforming it into a sanctuary of introspection and personal growth. However, living alone requires more than just a love for quietude. It demands intentionality, especially when it comes to maintaining physical activity. The danger of solitude lies in the ease with which one can slip into a sedentary lifestyle. Without the gentle nudges of companionship to inspire movement, many people find themselves falling into the trap of inertia. I've witnessed firsthand how easily men, in particular, can become entrenched in a lifestyle where they spend their days sitting in front of screens, their bodies becoming motionless as the hours slip by. This is particularly alarming, as sitting for prolonged periods is nearly as detrimental to health as smoking. It can wreak havoc on the body in ways that are often underestimated. I see expats who find themselves ensnared in this lifestyle, sitting around all day, smoking, drinking, and engaging in meaningless chatter. It's a concerning sight, and the reality is that many of them do not last long in this state of physical neglect. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The repercussions of such a lifestyle are dire. I've noticed how inactivity can lead to a rapid decline in health, especially among those who are older. Their joints stiffen, backs ache, bellies bloat, and cardiovascular health deteriorates, transforming simple tasks into monumental challenges. Imagine trying to lift a grocery bag or climb a flight of stairs only to find yourself winded and exhausted. It's disheartening to see how quickly the body can deteriorate without the proper care and movement it requires. That's why I believe it's crucial to make physical activity a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. Whether it's a brisk walk, a refreshing swim, or even a dance in your living room, keeping your body in motion can do wonders for your overall well-being. Personally, when I first moved to the Philippines, I was acutely aware of how out of shape I had become. It was a wake-up call. To combat this, I joined a local walking group, and not only did it help me regain my fitness, but I also forged meaningful friendships along the way. After a few months of consistency, I began to feel revitalized and stronger, both physically and emotionally. Those daily walks have become a cherished ritual, a time to reflect, connect with others, and appreciate the beauty around me. In addition to the challenges of maintaining physical health, living alone can significantly alter one's perception of time. It's fascinating, yet unsettling, how easily the days can blend, especially for seniors. Many older adults find themselves losing track of time entirely, sometimes unaware of the day of the week or even the month. This lack of awareness can lead to dangerous consequences. Imagine having medications that need to be taken at specific times each day, but being unable to remember when to take them. The risks of neglecting one's health due to the passage of time can be severe. I recall an expat who faced dire consequences after losing track of time. He forgot to send in his proof of life letter to Social Security, which resulted in the abrupt cessation of his benefits. The fallout was catastrophic, almost shattering his life as he struggled to navigate the bureaucratic maze to have his benefits reinstated. Months of uncertainty and anxiety followed, creating a heavy emotional burden that weighed on him daily. Time, in these moments, can feel both fleeting and excruciatingly slow. For many, it passes too quickly, leaving them disoriented and disconnected from the rhythm of life. This reality is particularly poignant for those living alone, where the quiet can sometimes mask the urgency of daily responsibilities. It becomes imperative to cultivate routines, to establish anchors that remind us of the time, the day, and our obligations. Simple tools like calendars, alarms, and reminders can make a world of difference, providing structure and helping to prevent the drift into neglect. We must remain vigilant and proactive in our daily lives, for the beautiful tranquility of solitude can quickly transform into a slippery slope if we're not careful. Ultimately, embracing a life of solitude is a complex journey filled with both challenges and rewards. It requires intentionality in physical health, awareness of time, and the ability to appreciate the stillness without falling into isolation. It's a delicate balance, one that many expats, like myself, strive to maintain. By actively engaging with our surroundings, building connections, and nurturing our well-being, we can turn our solitude into a source of strength and fulfillment. Embracing a structured schedule can profoundly transform your daily life in countless ways, adding a sense of purpose and stability that many of us crave. Consider the simple act of dedicating Mondays to cleaning your home, where you can sweep away not just dust but also the chaos that clutter often brings. This intentional act of tidying can create a fresh environment that fosters a clearer mindset, allowing for greater peace and productivity throughout the week. Imagine spending Fridays in the kitchen, preparing your favorite meal, where each chop and stir becomes a ritual of comfort and creativity. This weekly practice is not just about nourishment. It's a celebration of flavors and memories that can transport you back to cherished times with loved ones. And what about the daily walk at 5 p.m.? Picture the golden hour as you step outside, feeling the gentle embrace of the evening breeze while basking in the warm glow of the setting sun. These moments of reflection, movement, and connection to nature can rejuvenate your spirit, making every day feel like a gift. As many seniors openly share, the relentless passage of time can feel increasingly accelerated as we grow older. I wholeheartedly resonate with this sentiment. I've personally felt this phenomenon in my own life. As a child, the time between Christmases stretched out like a never-ending journey, filled with anticipation and excitement for what was to come. Each year, I would count down the days with fervor, but now, that same time frame seems to flash by in the blink of an eye. The years seem to meld together, and it often feels like just yesterday we were reveling in the holiday spirit. This sense of time distortion can be quite disorienting and often evokes a mix of nostalgia and urgency to make the most of the moments we have. When it comes to decluttering, the task can feel overwhelming, especially for seniors who have spent decades in the same house, accumulating an array of belongings. Many men, for instance, find themselves buried beneath mountains of possessions. Items they haven't touched in years, gifts that were once cherished but are now forgotten, and miscellaneous objects whose origins remain a mystery. It's not uncommon for some to become hoarders, unwittingly trapped in a maze of their belongings, clinging to the past while creating barriers to their present and future. In contrast, many expats enjoy a unique advantage. When relocating to a new country, such as the Philippines, they often do so with minimal possessions. This experience can be liberating, leading them to realize they can thrive without the clutter that once filled their lives. Letting go of excess not only declutters your physical space but also frees your mind and spirit, allowing for greater emotional clarity and peace. It's vital to be discerning about what you keep. Retain only those items that you genuinely need, use regularly, or that ignite a spark of joy within you. Many single older men have confided in me about the weight of their accumulated possessions and how they often fail to realize that this clutter will become a burden to their families after they pass away. This reality strikes a deep chord with me. I've witnessed firsthand how overwhelming it can be for the children of deceased parents who have left behind houses brimming with accumulated junk. The emotional toll of sorting through years of possessions is staggering, not to mention the physical labor involved. It is far better to confront this reality while you're still alive, liberating yourself from the weight of unwanted items and sparing your loved ones the burden of sifting through a lifetime of memories. The act of letting go can be remarkably freeing, offering you not just a clean space but a renewed sense of self and clarity. Moreover, as we gracefully age, it's common for social invitations to dwindle, leading to a sense of isolation that can be quite disheartening. It's essential to take charge of your social life and create your opportunities for connection and joy. Don't passively wait for others to reach out. Instead, be proactive and take the initiative to organize activities that bring you happiness. Become the catalyst for your own experiences. Invite your friends over to cheer for your favorite sports team, where laughter and camaraderie can fill your home, or plan lunch dates at that delightful local restaurant that serves the best comfort food you adore. For single expats living in the Philippines, the importance of forging new friendships cannot be overstated. When you're navigating a new culture and environment, having a supportive social circle can significantly enhance your emotional well-being. The isolation that often accompanies a lack of social connections can weigh heavily on your mental health, leaving you feeling lonely and disconnected. Therefore, seize every invitation that comes your way. If a neighbor invites you to celebrate their child's first birthday, embrace the opportunity. You may find joy in the laughter of children and the warmth of the community. Similarly, if friends invite you to a pub to watch a soccer match, even if you're not particularly interested in the sport, go along for the experience. You might be surprised by the conversations that unfold, the new friendships that blossom, and the shared laughter that fills the air. By stepping out of your comfort zone and being open to new experiences, you take control of your social life and enrich your existence. Remember, life is too precious to be lived in solitude. Take that leap, engage with the world around you, and create cherished memories that will warm your heart for years to come. The connections we foster and the experiences we share are what truly enrich our lives, filling them with meaning, joy, and an abundance of love. It's astonishing how easy it can be to neglect the essential practice of self-care when you find yourself living alone. I often observe elderly expats who have seemingly slipped into a routine of neglect, embodying a lifestyle that is both heartbreaking and concerning. I see men who, for days on end, haven't changed their clothes or taken the time to shower, presenting an outward appearance that suggests they no longer see the value in their well-being. It's a troubling thought. These individuals may convince themselves that no one is paying attention to their state, but the truth is that personal hygiene is not just a superficial concern. It's fundamentally tied to your overall health and well-being. A seemingly minor scratch can quickly escalate into a serious, life-threatening infection if your hands and skin are unclean. I've heard heart-wrenching stories of men who have tragically lost their lives due to minor infections that developed into septic conditions simply because they failed to prioritize their hygiene. This reality serves as a stark reminder that maintaining good personal hygiene is crucial, especially if you plan on being around other people. After all, nobody wants to be in the presence of someone who doesn't take care of themselves. It creates an uncomfortable atmosphere and can be quite off-putting. Each one of us deserves the same level of care and attention that we would willingly extend to a loved one. But let's explore this idea more deeply. It's not merely about grooming or putting forth a presentable appearance. It encompasses a holistic approach to self-care that extends to various aspects of our lives. How much quality sleep are you getting each night? Are you nourishing your body with wholesome, nutritious foods that fuel your energy and vitality? These factors significantly influence not just your physical health, but your emotional and mental well-being as well. You must take the time to indulge yourself. Yes, pamper yourself. You deserve it. Take a moment to reflect on those vibrant days of your 20s when you were so conscious of your appearance that you would spend hours getting ready for a night out at the disco, eagerly anticipating the thrill of dancing the night away. Those were moments filled with excitement, confidence, and joy. Bring back those cherished memories. They possess the remarkable ability to reignite your inner spark, reminding you of your inherent worth and vitality. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. For many men, living alone can indeed foster a profound sense of peace and freedom. The solitude can offer a welcome respite from the chaos of daily life, allowing for moments of reflection and self-discovery. Yet, it's crucial to remember that there is no shame in seeking help when you need it. We all have our moments of vulnerability, and asking for assistance is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to our strength and resilience as individuals. It reflects an understanding of our limitations and the wisdom to seek support when necessary. I've mentioned this in several of my videos because I believe it is such an important and often overlooked topic. Here in the Philippines, the cost of hiring a live-in companion or caregiver is remarkably affordable, making it accessible for many. I know numerous expats in their 80s who have made the thoughtful decision to welcome someone into their lives to help them navigate daily tasks. These individuals have someone who can prepare nourishing meals, clean their homes, manage their laundry, and provide invaluable companionship. This support not only alleviates the burden of daily chores but also enhances their quality of life, fostering a sense of connection and community. These men are not merely surviving. They are genuinely thriving. They radiate happiness and health because they have embraced the importance of caring for themselves and have sought support when needed. So let us not forget that caring for ourselves is an integral part of living a fulfilling life, regardless of our age. Embrace the journey of self-care and remember that you are worthy of love, attention, and respect, both from yourself and those around you. As we wrap up today's discussion on the vital importance of self-care, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on what we've explored together. What have you learned so far about the impact of personal hygiene and holistic self-care on your overall well-being? I encourage you to share one specific insight or lesson that resonated with you and that you plan to implement in your own life. Your experiences and reflections can inspire others in our community. If you found value in this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. By doing so, you not only support our mission to spread awareness and foster discussions around self-care, but you also become part of a community that prioritizes well-being and connection. Together, let's continue to learn and grow.